Welcome to the Smart Connector podcast. As ever, I have a great guest for you tonight, Julia Nesterets. Welcome, Julia.
Hello, Jill. I'm really excited to be here. So thank you for asking me here.
So Julia is CEO and founder of JetOctopus, which is a very successful global business that's created a tool to boost organic traffic through SEO, which is search engine optimization, for anybody that hasn't heard of that term already. So today we're going to talk about the war for attention and why in today's online marketplace it's so easy to become overlooked and ignored as a business owner, and what you can do about that, and how to use SEO, which is an often overlooked yet very powerful tool to get you results in your industry, sector, or niche. So, as I said, great to have you here, Julia, and let's get right into it. So, Julia, let's talk about SEO. Why is SEO important?
Thank you, Jane, for this question. So let us start from the very beginning. When you are going online, and actually everybody who wants to have some impactful business, they will have to be online today. And for you to be visible in Google SERP, in Google results, you have to be ranked by the Google bot. So your offerings will be in place when your potential customers are searching for your offerings, are searching for your services. And in this particular place, the SEO is a very handy tool, and actually not the tool, but process, the activity, because this is like the regular activity. You have to work on your website, and potentially in the future, it is your ROI booster, because you can be visible in Google for the money. This is just paid ads, and you can be visible just in one day. So today you launch your website, you open the Google Ads account and pay the money, and you will be visible. But it is good actually, because this is quick situation, but this is tough to scale. So when you need more and more customer, the price for the customer increases. That's why I strongly recommend you to dive deep into the SEO, what is all about, what you have to set up on your website, so the search bot understands your website absolutely clearly. They will score your website on the high level. They will get your pages into data table and will rank to the correlating keywords that your potential customers search for. And it will be just the increaser of your profit. You will get free customers, and they will bring you money. And this is just the ROI booster at the end of the day. No, muted.
Sorry, my dog was just going a little bit crazy there. No, I was just going to say, I love the idea of the ROI booster, SEO boosting ROI. It's great because everybody searches on Google, don't they? When they have a problem, what's the first thing we all do? We all go to Google, don't we? And even if we're searching on a search engine like YouTube, it's still linked to Google, isn't it?
Absolutely. Even when you are searching for by brand names, you already know this brand, you are still using the Google. So this is the behavior model, like the step number one when you are searching for something. And especially when you don't have such a brand that everybody knows, they will search for you by the queries that contain your products, that contain your services, that contain your offerings. You will be visible without money. You will be getting these customers without money.
Well, yes, and that is that, as you said, you were talking about ads, because obviously There are so many different ways. I work with clients a lot who want to get more clients, or they want to get more and better clients. And because I'm a brand marketer, what I help them do is get their messaging right and really talk about themselves in a way that is very unique and different. But of course, that message needs to be pushed out, doesn't it? And of
Absolutely.
course, there are, as you said, different ways you can do that through ads, or, if you have a service-based model, you can have appointment setters and you can have, but those are all kind of very direct approaches. And it's very, very different to somebody just stumbling across you. And I remember when I've done that myself, I stumbled across somebody who was one of my earliest mentors when I wanted to get some support for my business. And I was very, very loyal to that guy over about 4 years, and I literally just found him. And so it does work. Everybody knows it works, but a lot of people, I think, shy away from it because they feel as though it's mysterious, or perhaps it's too technical, or it's just something that they don't understand. Whereas everybody can post on Facebook or post on LinkedIn or whatever. That's not hard to understand. You can learn that in an hour or even half an hour or something. But SEO is a specialist discipline, isn't it?
Yes, you're absolutely right. And for many years, that was considered as really something magic. So it's magic. Even among the SEOs, it is a very widespread phrase. It depends, because when they try to find the concrete reason for growth or drop, etc., it is very widespread. The answer is it depends. And really, for many years, it was considered as a very magic SEO. But nowadays, and it is good news actually, that this niche is developing really actively, and there
Mm,
are more and more tools that make SEO visualized, first of
mm,
all, then understandable, so you can see the reasons and you can see the results, the impacts of it, predictable at the end of the day, and growing. So right now, when you're working with the right tools, you're capable to say why that growth was or that drop was, and you can make this forecast, which is usually not possible with SEO. They usually say, "Oh, it is SEO. You cannot make forecasts. That's not so, so easy, etc." But when you're working with the correlating tools, you will be definitely capable to make this forecast and to bring this growth, because right now SEO becomes more understandable. But back to the question concerning the discipline as SEO as a discipline. I absolutely agree with you, Jane, that that's not 1 hour to grab what it is all about. And what I would recommend to do, if you're just have no idea what it's all about, but you realize that you need it, I would recommend to use the expert help, and be very attentive, be very in contact with him. So try, if you have this will, try to speak and understand why we need this or that. And actually there are a lot of materials, like even from the Google, when they from time to time they just make their updates and they explain that the page has the title, for example. This is like the usual way, the title, and if it is empty, my search bot comes and they see it is empty, and this is the first line what they read to understand what the page is about. So it is important, so the title correlates to the content of the product, and it really gives value to the page and gives the value to you, because the search bot will understand what it is all about. And there are a lot of such things, and it is all about your interest. If you are interested in diving into it, you will grab it because there are a lot of information about it, and it is pretty understandable right now. That's not a magic box anymore. If you don't feel like it is something interesting for you, just find the expert who has the track record and good traction in your niche, and they will do it, because right now it is doable and not magic, as I said.
Yeah, that's amazing because, so many people think that they can learn every aspect of marketing and somehow do it themselves. And it's just not true, is it? It's far better and more efficient, first of all, to kind of hire experts who, I think anyway, that do this type of thing day in, day out. Um, but Julia, let's just talk about this product that you've developed, because obviously SEO is advancing all the time. Is this an AI tool?
Good question. We do have the AI modules, but from the very first, from the beginning, I would like to describe what else we have. So the major models which are doing the main job. So we have the crawler, which is scanning your website and eliminating all your SEO opportunities or drawbacks from Google bot point of view. So it is based on Google bot guidelines, and you will just see all red zones of your website where you should start your optimizations. Another module, which is log analyzer, it visualizes the Google bot's behavior at your website. What part of the website is visible, which one is ignored, and what exactly to change on that commercial part of the website, which is now ignored, because if you don't change anything, it will never be in the results of Google, because he doesn't know these pages. So you will understand what exact changes are needed so to attract Googlebot to those pages. And like the third major model, which is Google Search Console on steroids, which gives you like really a ton of charts with insights about your efficiency in search of Google right now. So what is working right now? What is dropping? Why? What new rankings there are? What is the dynamics of your positions, of your visits, etc., etc. So literally, you have all-in-one tool, and one more actually module, which is alerts module, which help you to secure your SEO, because when you're working on a websites where the product updates are happening really on a regular basis, sometimes they can be errors by accident, which can really harm your SEO dramatically. Like, for example, you can close like half of your website from indexation. What it means that when search bots come, half of your website say, don't come here. So it is closed. We don't need you to be here. And you can just get the SEO traffic drop. So not to get that, you just set up the needed alerts, and you will be the first who knows if something is broken, which is really important for your SEO. At the end of the day, you get the tools which visualizes your SEO, which gives you the exact insights what exactly to optimize, and which shows you these dynamics in comparison to the previous period of time for you to be sure that these exact optimizations had this impact. That's why we have to multiply these experiments to the rest of the website, let's say. And back to your words concerning the experts, you are absolutely right, because we even added the SEO expert support to the majority of our packages, because there are a lot of customers who do understand and realize the need of SEO. They get impressed by our tool during like the sales cycle, the demo sessions, etc., but they don't have this needed expertise to get the most of value of the platform. And for such cases, there is the experts assistance, and it is really valuable and really reasonable to use actually.
Okay, well, that sounds great. So, Julia, is this going to be a tool that anybody could use, or would it be a tool specifically, say, for web designers that they would incorporate in their service to their clients?
Yeah, actually, there are a lot of customers who are making, who are giving these services of web development, web designing, and it is very good to use these tools before launching the website, making all these settings before, because it is essential when you launch your website. And when this is the first visit of search bots, this is very essential to be really well set and to get indexed, like for at least 50% to get your in the website indexed in other way, to get ranked and to start getting the traffic. That's why this is absolutely the tool that can be used by and is used by the website developers as well.
Okay, so it's a tool that anybody can learn how to use. They can add it as a kind of extension or something to their own website and go in and have a look at their website's performance and be able to assess it and see where it's strong and where it's weak. Am I getting the right idea?
That's not the extension, actually. It is cloud based.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
you,
right. Yeah.
yeah, you are putting the URL of your
I'll get
website
it. Yeah.
and the process is started. So we are
Okay.
scan you, etc.
Okay, right. So it's a cloud-based application. So you put your website URL into it, and then it will start working its magic in order to basically, well, just what was the word, the phrase that you used to do with ROI?
To boost your
To
ROI.
boost your ROI, okay, which is what everybody wants. Okay, so what is the name of this product again, Julia? If people are getting interested and they think, I'd like to kind of look this up.
The name of it is JetOctopus.
JetOctopus, okay. So Google JetOctopus and find out what it can do for you. Now, Julia, before we move on, I just wanted to refer to the fact that you're actually in Ukraine, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So how is Ukraine faring at the moment?
It is tough, of course.
Yes.
This is a really tough historical moment for all of us, and I made the solid decision to stay in my country, but
Yes.
I have actually the right to live with the home of my family because I have 3 kids and I can live with my husband, etc. But I decided to stay, so become to be the part of this historical moment from
Yes.
my one side, to contribute to the victory,
Mhm.
to impact the transformation of my country, because we realize that this is a very tough moment, but the right moment for the needed transformations we have to make.
Yes.
And yeah, but that's really tough times. But what we can do, we just have to do our best to make the victory closer.
Indeed, indeed. Yes. Okay. Well, Julia, yes, thank you for sharing that. I really, really appreciate it. And obviously wish you and your country all the very best, as I know all of my viewers and listeners would as well. So, okay, so before we move on, let's just hear a little bit more about your personal story, Julia. So, how come you are so passionate about SEO? What is your personal journey? Let's hear a little bit more about that.
Oh, thank you for that question, Jane. That's the interesting story, by the way. Me and my partner, we used to have our previous business that was the job aggregator. And it was a huge website. There were around like 5 million pages. And we were very attentive to SEO because we knew that it is the ROI booster.
Yeah.
And we were, yeah. And but then after some years, we faced the moment when our organic traffic stopped increasing, and we started to cooperate with different agencies, and after a while there was no result, no positive results there.
Mm.
And we are such sort of entrepreneurs. When it doesn't work, decide to dive deeper ourselves to understand how to make it and make it ourselves. And we faced the need to make this technical on-page SEO audit, it is called.
Mhm.
So it's done with the help of our tools.
Mhm.
And luckily, at that moment, we've got really unexpected pricing package for us. We
Mhm.
were really big. Why I say luckily, it was one of our present competitors, because the price was like 10 times higher than we expected. And we were not ready for such a pricing just for one time audit. That was not just the price for us. And my partner, he's a genius technical guy, technical developer. And he said that I can make like some major models to make some major audit. I need like 3 months. I said, okay, no problem. He came back after 6 months, and that's the normal story, actually. And I realized that we actually have like this 60% of the core of the platform. And 2 years before this moment, I was present to one of the conference, SaaS conference, this service as how is it mentioned? SaaS business model companies, software as a service companies, software as a service companies.
Yes, software as a service.
Yeah, and I got interested so much about this business model, and when I came back, I said, our next business should be SaaS. This is really exciting. And 2 years later, I just say, this is our SaaS business, so let's gonna make it a new business. And we made JetOctopus. It is already 5 years old. We are playing globally and competing successfully with really giant competitors with like venture investments up to $100 million, and we are still bootstrapped. And it is our decision to stay bootstrapped and not to get this venture investments, because last year, for example, like the Similar Web, you probably know such a company, they wanted to buy us so passionately, and we didn't sell. So I just want to say that to be sensitive to such moments, to listen to yourself, and not to miss such challenges, and to be brave enough even to enter such a high competitive market, but making something dramatically better.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of a I mean, it's very interesting, this whole issue about whether to attract investment or whether to continue to bootstrap, because obviously when we're very passionate about our businesses, of course, we always want growth. Anybody that says, "Oh, I don't want my business to grow," well, I guess it could be for personal reasons if they want to retire or something like that. But most of us do want our businesses to grow. And of course, an injection of capital can sometimes be the catalyst for that growth. But I guess, when you actually own the growth, which if you have the right tool and if you're developing that tool to the level where essentially you can, as you said, bootstrap your own growth, not necessarily just by putting in lots of money, but actually by making the technology smarter and better and more useful in the marketplace, that's gonna help you as well as your clients, isn't it? So is that Would you say that's what's happened?
Yes, I would agree. I would agree that the very important thing is not just to repeat someone's solution, who is already strong on the market and has the strong brand already, it is something really specific and something really unique and something really of high additional value should be for your potential customers. And that's the moment when you should definitely make this decision to make. And we decided to enter this game because we had the problem. We had a big website, and we've got the solution with the price that is affordable only to enterprise companies. So the usual e-commerce websites that have like more than 100K pages, they couldn't afford that. And we entered this startup with the concrete mission to make a powerful all-in-one technical SEO platform for big websites, which will be affordable not only to enterprise companies, which will be affordable to the companies that they have needs for that, and we've managed to make it. And this is really powerful competitive advantage, which cannot be repeated just right away. They just have to make everything from scratch, and that's not possible actually for them because they're playing already in venture world. And why we decide to stay bootstrapped, because we actually already passed all those the most difficult stages, for example, of product market fit. This is the very important stage, and it can last for some time. When we were like 3.5 years or something like that, that was very good moment to feel that we are not in newcomers anymore. So almost everybody from our niche around the world, they heard something about us, and it is usually the very positive things about us. That's why we understand how to keep growing our company. And from the other side, we understand that when we get this money, if it is just money, if there is no additional value for us, if it is just money, it will dramatically limit our freedom as the owners, as the visionaries of the company. And it actually usually it has the negative impact on the company and on the final result for the customers, because the reality changes. You just go to bed and awake with one idea. So you go to bed with these investors and you awake with these investors, and there is only one idea: dramatic revenue growth, no matter what, no matter why. We don't care about your values because we have really strong values. For example, custom focus. We have such a value like custom focus, or give value upfront. And we do follow these values, and it is of a high value for our customers. And I do understand when we are in the venture world, they don't care about all that. And it is all about our UPS as well,
Definitely. Yeah, I hear that so much, that when you take on capital, it's just about, okay, well, when are the investors going to get their return? And it just does introduce pressure, which can get in the way of an innovative process, can't it? So I completely understand where you are with that, Julia. So how interesting. Okay. So I'm personally getting very excited about JetOctopus. I want to go in and have a little play around myself and see how my website's doing. So I think it sounds really, really great. Yeah. So whereabouts are most of your customers then so far, Julia, in the world?
The the major customers share is going from the US market. Then the second place is the UK and the Europe as a whole. We also have customers from Australia, a lot of customers from Canada, Brazil. We are entering Brazil right now really actively. We are cooperating with #1 digital agency on Brazilian market, which is like the first digital agency on the Brazilian market. That's why the #1 market is the US, then there is the UK and the Europe.
Well, I mean, it sounds absolutely fantastic. So, if somebody is launching their website for the first time or maybe relaunching it, Julia, it'd be lovely if you could maybe share your 3 top tips.
You should definitely cooperate with SEO expert who will be cooperating with your developer, giving the exact SEO optimizations which are vital for the website before the launch. For example, like take care about your titles. It is important. It should be unique. It has some length. Should have some length. It should not be too long and not too short. Something like around 3 words is good, or maybe up to words. Then the loading time is very essential. So and the benchmark right now is up to half a second. And it is really impactful on your rankings and on the scoring of on your website by Googlebot. And take care of your content. So make it interesting for your potential customer, for your potential visitor, and make it correlating. So everything should correlate. So if this page is about the books, some sort of books, the title should be about the book, the description should be about this book. So everything should add the value to the value of this page, which is about the book.
Got it. Well, Julia, it has been such a pleasure to have you with us tonight. Thank you so much for sharing. As I said, I can't wait to go in and try JetOctopus for myself. So this is a wonderful new SEO tool. Sorry about the dog barking in the background. He's just having a bit of a funny turn tonight. And it has been really, really interesting conversation. So thank you so much. And I wish you every success with the business and with the future of Ukraine as well.
Thank you, Jane. Thank you for inviting. And please come to use our 7-day free trial. We don't limit any options. There is online chat with human support. Get this value up front and feel free to ask any questions. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for whoever has joined us this evening or live or listening to the podcast. It's been great to have you here.